What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another story time. I feel like y'all gonna enjoy this one. It's not a long one. It's pretty short, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. All right. So, quick story time on how I met Diego Najera, Chaz Ortiz, and ASAP Rocky in the same day. It was kind of wild because this was the time when Diego Najera first flew to the States, like fresh from Brazil. You know what I'm saying? And he was filming with Spanish Mike. We were all, first of all, me and my homies, we all, we skated LAS almost every single day at one point. And then we decided to later on go to Seaport Ledges. And this was before, Seaport Ledges was what it is today. So fast forward a little bit, I'm chilling, I'm skating over these, those large cylinder traffic cones. They're not cones, but like, you know what I mean, those large orange traffic barriers or whatever. So I'm doing, fakey half cabs over them, you know what I'm saying, light work. And out of nowhere, I just see this guy come out of nowhere and nollie half cab flips him. And I was like, where did this guy come from? Like, I'd never heard of him before. I never heard of Spanish Mike before. I just thought these were dudes that just, pulled up and just started filming like how, on a regular, like how people normally do. And it got to a point where I was just so fascinated with how the hell he was doing nollie half cab flips over the barrier to the point where I just sat down. I was just watching. I'm like, yo, this dude is really nice. Like, this dude is really nice. And then the first ledge, he was doing nollie flip crook every single try, like on almost the whole ledge. And he was hitting nollie flip crooks easy every single try. And I'm like, yo, this guy is the truth right here. Like, I can't get back up and skate. I just need to sit down and study what he's doing. So, I sit down and this was around the time where I was just blazing crazy. So I rolled me up a J real quick, and yes, it was Screggy. Okay, it was Reggie, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Okay, but chilling, sitting down, rolling up. All of a sudden, I get a tap on my shoulder. I'm like, I thought it was my homie, but guess who it was? It was Chaz Ortiz. I'm like, Chaz Ortiz. I'm like, yo, what's good? He was like, yo, you mind if I hit that? I was like, hell no, I don't mind if you hit you Chaz Ortiz. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, pieced the homie real quick, gave him, the J, whatever. I was like, yo, you can kill that if you want. I got more. He was like, nah, good looks. I appreciate you. I was like, nah, I appreciate you, G. Like, you ain't had to pull up to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yeah, things work in mysterious ways, just like God. But, at that time, I just felt the aura, you know what I'm saying? Just strong aura. I was like, yo, I'm going to have a pretty good day today. I knew I was going to have a good day. Like, seeing Diego Najera doing nollie flip crook every single try and nollie half cab flips over the barrier every single try, to Chaz Ortiz pulling up to me and, surprising me and, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, kind of hit. I'm like, yeah. Fast forward, it was about, I want to say 4:00 in the afternoon-ish. I'm headed back to the crib. Boom. I get to the crib and this is the time my mom, she still didn't know I was smoking. She probably had an idea, but I never smoked in the house until she caught me one day. But that's another story. But yeah, so I go into my sister's room because she's usually smoking with, the dudes from upstairs. You know what I'm saying? And I go into the room and I see a black dude with some braids and, the pea coats. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I don't know, if you're not from New York, then you don't know about the pea coats. But there was an era when pea coats was actually popping. And he had on some pea coat. He had a pea coat on with some Pradas, I believe. I believe it was some Pradas. But yeah, it turned out it was ASAP Rocky. And I'm like, you look familiar. Like, I don't know. But this was before I even knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, what he was about and, you know what I'm saying, what he did for a living and everything. Because he used to live right up the block from me. I stayed on 183rd and Bathgate. He was actually on 181st or 184th. Either one of those two. But yeah, I seen him. I'm like, and then about, I want to say a couple of months later, I seen that that song Goldie. You know, Harlem's what I reppin'. I was like, yo, he was just at the crib. Homie was just at the crib smoking. But yeah, that's one story that I had. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, bro, that was one of the most random but most blessed days I ever experienced, because I was just like, man, like I really didn't know the amount of greatness that was around me at the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my story time for that. So yeah, I met Diego Najera, I met Chaz Ortiz, and I think Chaz Ortiz was still on New York at the time. And I met A$AP Rocky all in one day. Didn't plan it at all. But all I can say was I was grateful to actually meet all three of them. But yeah. Appreciate y'all. If y'all enjoyed the story, comment down below. Tell me what was your favorite part of the story. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to your boy, because it pretty much helps me out. Keep me in the algorithm, and turn on your notifications so that way you can know when I'm about to upload. And I guess I'll see y'all on the next one. Yeah.